Why do you keep attracting the same emotionally unavailable person? Why does every relationship, every single time, end the same way? The answer is not that you have bad luck. The answer is written in your 7th house of partnership. Your 7th house is the mirror that reflects the unhealed parts of yourself. The toxic pattern will repeat until you learn the lesson and integrate the shadow. The toxic pattern is simply the universe showing you what you need to integrate into your own personality. Today, we are decoding your 7th house to identify your specific toxic ex's shadow and find your pattern and break that pattern forever. So, let's talk about the 7th house. The 7th house sits directly opposite the 1st house of self. It represents everything that you outsource or fail to embody yourself. We attract a partner who forces us to confront our lack. The toxic pattern is simply the universe showing you the trait that you need to integrate into your own personality. So let me give you a few examples of this karmic mirror. So if you fail to be strong and direct, you will attract partners who are dominant and controlling. If you fail to take care of your finances, you will attract partners who are financially irresponsible or dependent. If you fail to express your needs and emotions, which is what your 1st house is going to represent, you will attract emotionally cold, distant, or unavailable partners. Your 7th house. If you fail to establish clear boundaries, you will attract partners who constantly violate your privacy or overstep their role. If you fail to fully commit to your life direction, which is your 1st house, you will attract partners who are wishy-washy, non-committal, or who ghost you. Now you'll ask, how do I know what my specific pattern is? How do I integrate that into my own personality, right? Well, let's find the theme by decoding your 7th house sign. Okay, this is the sign that's ruling your 7th house. It reveals the core lesson that you need to learn. Remember, this is not your partner's flaw. This is the pattern that you need to break for your soul growth, your soul's evolution. Say your 7th house is in Aries or Scorpio, which is Mars rulership. The lesson is about power and anger. You attract partners with volatility, drama, or suppressed rage. If it's Aries, it'll be more of a direct aggression. If it's Scorpio, it'll be more of a passive-aggressive partner. And the partner may have a secretive personality. You need to assert boundaries without aggression and manage your own hidden anger. So if your 7th house is ruled by Venus, the lesson is about value and balance. The toxic pattern involves constant conflict over resources, money, or fairness. If it's Taurus, it'll be more about resources and money. If it's Libra, it'll be more about fairness and a lack of emotional equilibrium. You may feel your partner's not being fair. That's the sign that's sitting in the 7th house. You need to develop financial stability and self-worth. If your 7th house is in Gemini or Virgo, which is a Mercury rulership, the lesson is about communication and commitment. The toxic pattern involves wishy-washy partners who ghost you. You need constant mental analysis that prevents true intimacy. If it's Gemini, your partner will be more non-committal, wanting to break up often, or always seeking the grass that is greener on the other side. If it's Virgo, your 7th house is Virgo, you might find your partner to be more fault-finding, critical, competitive, or service-oriented in terms of asking you to be of more service, which you might find restrictive. If your 7th house has a sign 4 in it, Cancer, it's a moon rulership. The lesson is about emotional security and neediness. You attract overly sensitive, emotionally dependent partners, or those who create extreme codependency. What do you need to learn? You need to learn to nurture yourself first and stop seeking security externally. If your 7th house is Leo, which is a sun rulership, the lesson is about ego and recognition. You attract partners who are self-centered. They demand constant attention or they lack true warmth. You must learn to give yourself the validation and appreciation that you seek. If your 7th house has a sign number 9 in it, or even Pisces, sign 12, it's a Jupiter rulership. The lesson is about truth and boundaries. You attract partners who are irresponsible. They preach without practicing, or they're prone to escapism and delusion. If it's Sagittarius, they may be brutally honest and tactless. If it's Pisces, they may be elusive or prone to addiction. You need to commit to truth and ground your own spiritual beliefs. If your 7th house is in Capricorn, sign number 10, or Aquarius, sign 11, it's a Saturn rulership, the lesson is about responsibility and freedom. You attract cold, critical, or emotionally distant partners, or those who are excessively rebellious and detached. You must learn to structure your life responsibly and maintain emotional self-sufficiency. So now that you know what you may see in your partner based on your 7th house sign, because remember, that's not your partner's flaw. That's a pattern that you need to break in your soul evolution. And your partner is your mirror. They're just trying to help you. So let's talk about break the pattern strategy. Here are the 3 steps that you need to take to integrate the shadow that's reflected in your 7th house and break the toxic pattern. What's your step number 1? Stop looking for the answer in the 7th. Your strategy is stop focusing on who your partner is or what they did. That's the 7th house. Start focusing on who you are being and what you're lacking in the relationship. That's the 1st house. Let me give you an example. If your ex was always cold and distant, stop asking why they couldn't love you. Instead, look at your 1st house and ask, where am I avoiding my own emotional needs? Where am I emotionally distant from myself? Okay. Step number 2, integrate the shadow constructively. So the strategy is list 3 traits you despise in your exes. These are the traits the universe wants you to integrate constructively into your own personality. Integration does not mean becoming manipulative or reckless. It means taking the power behind that trait. Let me give you an example. If you hate your ex's constant need for control, you must learn to take control of your own life, your finances, your schedule, your personal boundaries. If you hate your ex's reckless spending or irresponsibility, you must learn to be financially self-sufficient and take radical responsibility for your own security. If you hate your ex's lack of emotional availability, you must become fiercely available to yourself and learn to tolerate time spent alone and time you love it. Step number 3, use Jupiter's wisdom, which is the Kendra Adipati Dosh mitigation. This is an advanced instruction. If your chart has Kendra Adipati Dosh, which means benefic planets that rule angular houses, they create more pressure on your relationship. This challenge is heightened if those benefic planets, they also sit in the angular house. It's a little more advanced. But the instruction is, the mitigation is simple. You must approach partnership with ethical consciousness. Commit to being the most honest, high integrity, and principled version of yourself in dating and relationship discussions. Simple. This raises the vibration of the partner that you attract, transforming a karmic challenge into a path of righteousness. So example, let me give you an example. If you're dating, do not play games or pretend to be uninterested. Be kind, be ethical, and commit to your own honesty. This commitment forces the universe to align you with a partner of equally high integrity. You see how that works? So, the revolving door, at the end, I would say the revolving door stops when you recognize yourself in the person you're dating. The ultimate key to a beautiful, fulfilling partnership is not finding the right person, but becoming the right person by integrating your own shadow. Embrace the shadow, and you will naturally attract a partner who reflects your light. So I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, what is the one repeating trait that you've noticed in all your difficult partners? Let's start with the integration work right now. So if you found this instruction valuable, I have 2 calls for you today. And the second one is a powerful way to enhance your own good karma and improve your chart. Do one good deed today, whether it's sharing a smile or offering help, and then share this video with as many people as you can truly, people that can truly learn from this important message about relationships and their own soul evolution. The more you share, the more you spread this knowledge, it's a powerful way to make your own chart better. Knowledge is meant to be shared. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And of course, don't forget to subscribe the channel and hit the like button that tells me you guys are liking the videos. And hit the bell icon so you get all the new updates of all the new videos that are truly designed to change your life. Leave me some comments. Tell me what you think about the videos. So thank you for being here, and I look forward to reading your comments.